Today I'm going to do the cigar flavor notes for this Romeo y Julieta Regalias de Londres. This is a Petit Churchill, so it's a relatively small cigar that I got here in Mexico. It's a Cuban cigar, so it's a, as you can say, it says Havana, Cuba. So I have a Romeo y Julieta Churchill last week. It was not as good as I expected, for sure. So this is a Petit Churchill. We will see how it goes. I'm on the first third of these Romeo y Julieta Regalias de Londres Cuban cigar. And I'm glad that I bought it. I was hesitant because the Churchill from Romeo y Julieta from last week had this strong pepper note in the middle that sort of ruined the flavor for me. But this one doesn't have that strong pepper note, so it is very pleasant, a little sweet, even a little chocolatey, and it has those herbal notes that the Cuban cigars have, that the Cubans know very well how to do, and it is a very nice, very pleasant cigar. I'm having a good time. One thing about Cuban cigars is that they are able to do these strong combination of herbal, maybe a little bit of spices that produce these sort of not so mild, maybe a little stronger flavor than a mild cigar. Last night I smoked a Dominican cigar, one that I usually consider full of flavor. And now it tastes very mild to me because I sort of got used in these 2 weeks of smoking Cuban cigars to a lot stronger flavor profile. So now the typical Dominican cigars that I smoke, which usually tasted very nice and very herbal and strong flavors, now come across as very mild to me. So I guess the palate changes. But the Cubans master this ability of mixing herbal and spicy notes with the cigar and producing an amazing result. So this is the first third. Let's see how the other 2 thirds go. So I'm well into the first third of this cigar, and you can see that the ashes hold really well, and that the glow is perfect, the burn is very even. Everything about the Cuban cigar construction is amazing. They don't go off as easily. I'm into the second third of the cigar, and the flavor profile continues to be the same. It hasn't really changed. The draw continues to be very smooth and everything, and it's very enjoyable. I mean, it doesn't change. It's a small cigar, but it doesn't really need to change much. It is a complex herbal cedar leather chocolatey cigar that you can really enjoy and have a good time with, and is relatively inexpensive. This was a $13.50 cigar, so it's easier to get. I got it at Sambors in Reforma 222, Reforma 222, and I'm having a good time. So, in terms of the cigar flavor notes, this is a Regalias de Londres cigar. That means royalties from London. The brand is Romeo y Julieta. This is a Petit Churchill. It is 4 inches and 5/8, ring gauge 40. This is my vacation in Mexico City. The cost was $13.50. The cigar is made by Habanos S.A. in Cuba, the same company that makes the Cohibas and all the others. The wrapper origin is Cuba, the color is Colorado, the binder origin is Cuban, and the filler origin is also Cuba. As far as the flavor meter, the body of this cigar is medium full. The flavor is also medium full, and the strength is also medium full. As I was telling you, after 2 weeks of smoking Cuban cigars, now the The Dominican and Nicaraguan blends that they sell in the US taste very mild to me. In terms of the flavor wheel, upon lighting it, you get a strong woody note, cedar, but with chocolate notes. Very, very pleasant, very wow factor. It is slightly sweet, which is nice, slightly toasted, and then you get those strong leather notes with these very complex herbal notes that all Cuban cigars have that are very pleasant. And like I said, the Romeo and Julieta Churchill had this strong pepper note in the middle that kind of ruined the flavor for me, but this one doesn't have that. So it's a very, very pleasant cigar. In terms of the rating, the appearance, I will give it a 10. The construction is definitely a 10. Perfect draw, perfect burn, perfect everything. It doesn't go off easily. Very nice. The flavor, I will give it like an 88, something like that. It's not like the most amazing cigar ever, but it's a very pleasant one. In terms of the value for the money, I will give it an 8 because it's not as expensive as other blends, other cigars. The overall rating, I will give it like between an 8 and a 9. It's a very good cigar for a very good price. So you can see the ashes hold very well. The smoke has this delicious herbal flavor, really nice. I am now getting into the last third of the cigar. The flavor gets a little stronger here, but in a very pleasant way. Again, those strong herbal and a little spicy notes are very well done, very, very nice, very pleasant. The wrapper is also delicious, so I'm having a great time. I probably have an inch left. I'm probably going to remove the band soon, and I will let you know how this last third goes. So I'm well into the last third of this cigar, and I'm about to remove the band. Probably have like half an inch left, maybe a little more. But one of the things in this last third is that the flavor is the cedar note is getting stronger, and it's getting very similar to the Dominican Republic Romeo y Julieta from Altadis. So they are not that different. I would say the main difference is that the Cuban one has these extra herbal notes and a tiny spicy note, and that makes the flavor more powerful. It's hard to record a video here in Mexico City because there's so much noise, people walking by, all kinds of noises, but okay. So the difference between this Cuban Romeo y Julieta and a Dominican one is the herbal and spicy notes that are very pleasant. Granted, the Romeo y Julieta from Dominican Republic has that mixture of cedar and creamy that makes it like buttery. Very nice. This one doesn't have that, but this has these herbal, super pleasant notes. So that's the main difference. But the overall is not very different one from the other. And remember, Altadis owns half of this Habanos factory in Cuba, so that's probably why they have some similarity. So I'm going to remove the band now. Done. So I continue on the last third of this Romeo y Julieta Regalias de Londres cigar, and just see how well the ashes hold, and as you smoke it, you get in sort of these blaze of herbal notes and cedar notes and this beautiful aroma and flavor. So I'm really having a good time. And again, this is not an expensive cigar, and it lasts a while, so I'm having a great time. So I'm at the end of this cigar. I'm about to throw it away. It's getting a little hot to be kept in my hands, but it's been a really nice experience. Um, total cigar plays for like a full hour. So for 13.50, enjoy a full hour of such a pleasant flavor. I think it's a good deal. Um, So, great experience, and I really recommend it. And I really recommend if you want to enjoy all of these Cuban cigars, come to Mexico City. It's a 2 or 3 hour flight from a lot of cities in the United States. It's an easy connection, not a lot of red tape, and you can really get to enjoy all of these nice Cuban cigars.